Welcome back to You Down, You Lose. We finally made it to Black Ops, and of course we're starting with Kino Der Toten. If you haven't checked out the previous videos, there will be a playlist in the description, but make sure to like this video, and subscribe to stay up to date with the series. Enjoy the video.
You know, I'm a BO1 enjoyer.
I am too. I think BO1's my second favorite.
BO1's my second favorite as well. It used to be my favorite, but like, BO3 Chronicles came out, and then I just was forced to change it at that point because too many maps were in BO3 at that point.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has a pretty similar story.
Especially if you're counting customs, then I mean...
Oh, like if you're including customs for PC, it's easily, yeah. Absolutely. Not even a chance.
God, it just like threw me in. It didn't even... I didn't even get like the little loading, like where you spawn in and you're kind of like coming down from the heavens.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's
I didn't even get that. It just threw me in. All right, well this FOV is freaking wild, brother. We are playing fisheye mode. Is what it is.
This is crazy.
This is the FOV we working with. You know, viewers, if you have a problem, it is what it is. You just
It be what it be.
Do not die already. That would suck. Like I said, I'm not risking like anything right now, bro.
Yeah. Does the controller work for Black Ops on Plutonium?
Yep.
Oh.
BO1 was the first PC Call of Duty with controller support.
Okay. Well, I think I'm at a huge disadvantage being on a mouse and keyboard at the moment.
But I'd probably go ahead and buy the M14. Just play it safe.
It's a good call. It's a good call.
I can tell that I'm on your host now. I can feel the connection not being with me.
Oh, really?
A little bit. It's not too bad, but I can feel it a little bit.
That's fair.
To be fair, like, that's probably why you went down on round 4.
Oh dear, I think this might be over. Oh.
It's round 4.
Was because I was host and you had that Canadian internet.
Ah.
So like really I should not have went so hard on you. You just had bad internet. You know?
Hey,
well,
listen.
Not bad internet, but you know, me and you were kind of far away.
Up here in Canada, it was certainly a snowstorm during that recording.
Exactly,
I had the abominable snowman outside. He was like, dude, you went down on round 4. I was like, listen, go back to Monsters Inc. Leave me alone.
I mean, I might have to sick the abominable snowman upon you.
Hey.
He'll mess you up, and I'll get the free dub.
Hey, we like that.
I mean, we do be competing out here after all.
This is true.
Do I have my music turned? I think I have my music turned off. Oh my god. I saw you had a little light bulb above you in the corner. A zombie was coming after you. I was like, you know what?
Sir. My ADS was toggle, and that just can't be. No.
One thing I don't like is there's no vibration on the controller for this, which bothers me.
That's a bummer.
I don't know how people play without vibration on the controller.
I know, some people, they just take out the motors entirely, and I'm like, listen, I'm not that competitive. Yeah. Calm down. Relax.
I don't get that. I have a friend who plays without vibration. It's like, bro, how? Like, you're using a controller. Let me, real quick. Yeah, why is all this so freaking low?
I have an idea.
My voice volume and music volume were all to 0. Like, I must have got real tired of hearing Richtofen talk.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
Boy, he's a big mouth.
He does, and you know what? He's pretty sus too, so he probably does a lot with that big mouth.
Oh, this is true.
Hey, Ultimus Richtofen, he is a little sus.
Absolutely.
Right, I got
this
the old
man has
MP40.
done things.
He's done some things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about what he's done.
Crimes against war and crimes against humanity, but crimes nonetheless.
I really do love the FOV revealing how terrible the animations of the reloads are.
True. In later games, they had to be very careful because they knew that people would put it to 120 or whatever, which is hilarious.
Yeah, like I love how he just takes the MP40 mag and puts it right back in. It's like, where do you get the ammo from? You just like magically spawn it into the mag?
Yes. World War II was an interesting time.
I mean, it really was, you know?
Yeah.
Them Germans, they were developing all sorts of wacky
crazy
fun
things, you know, creating the giant and whatnot.
So, what's your prediction for this match? Like, when do you think we're gonna go down?
It's hard to say because Kino is like considerably easy, I would say.
Yes. I would say Kino's probably gonna be the easiest so far.
I would say either that or Ascension. Of course,
yeah.
You know, that's a few episodes ahead, but either way. Up to this moment, this has to be the easiest, I would say.
For sure.
I'm gonna say...
Like you said, 5 is probably gonna be a little difficult.
Mm-hmm. Shang for sure.
Dogs, alright. I hope you got a decent weapon.
I do.
Alright, cool. Get out of here, puppers. What'd you say your round prediction was, though?
I think we're gonna go with round 20. I think 20.
Round 20.
Yeah, on Shino,
That's fair,
I
that's
thought,
fair.
you know, round 20 was a little bit high, and I was correct. Okay. Oh no! There it is. But Kino, I think 20 feels right.
You know what? That is a solid prediction.
That boy went right
see
past me, straight to you.
I know. About to run out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. Thing is,
Hey,
I'm max
good thing there's a
ammo
max
now.
ammo there. Oh.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
God, we're just freaking connected
This
on
is
a
the
mental
way.
level. This is the way. All right, we on the stage, brothers.
Get ready for that power switch leg.
Oh yeah, that's actually not that bad.
Hey, that was
on
alright.
BO3 though,
It's rough.
pretty bad.
Yes.
All right, can we get Jug? Ooh, can we get Jug? I can't remember. Did we get Jug on Doritos? No, I did, but you didn't, and you
Yeah.
got killed in the courtyard or whatever.
Oh, I think I'm dead. Yep, there it is.
There it is. Rip the conversation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was trying to train up to get points for Jug, and I downed on, what was it, like 14 or something?
Something like that.
It's like you say, I'm taking it safe. I'm not even going for the melee.
Yeah, I just did, but that was probably not a good idea. I'm gonna keep doing it because
Hey.
you know what? Whatever.
Money
We're
moves.
at round 6 now. I mean, you know, we got just barely enough video length for this one.
Yes, this is true.
Like 5 minutes is like, I could deal with 5 minutes, I guess, but like anything under the 5 minutes is like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, we've kind of already set the bar for how short a video actually
Yeah.
can be in the series.
Yeah, the
And if
very
it-
first one.
Yep, that's right. Got to set the bar early. Let them know what you're all about.
Yeah. We got to make a solid first impression, you know.
I didn't, but
I didn't make a very good second impression.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is
Hopefully
what it
things
is.
only get better from here on out. We'll see though. Ooh, there's a Duke Nukem.
A Duke Nukem?
Mm.
That's crazy. That's my favorite power-up, the Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I agree.
Remember when I was little playing Nog, thinking that the nuke was like the greatest power-up ever just in the freaking game.
Yeah, honestly.
I was like 7 years old, so
Yeah. Hey, fair enough. I
Imagine
have
we
enough
make
for
it, like,
Juggernog, but hopefully I
way too
survive
far.
buying it.
Like, could you just imagine we make the high rounds on this? Like, when's it gonna end?
It's the longest video.
I guess the real question is, will we fulfill your boy's comment, who was like, I wonder if y'all make it past 30 minutes. That's the real question.
This is the real question. I was terrified there. The arrow on the side of my screen pointing to you turned yellow, and I thought you went down. But
Hey,
I think
mean,
that's
that'd
just
be
you
good
getting
for you,
hit.
though.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
I got,
true.
I got Jug. I got hit once, so
Gotcha,
you
right
know,
on.
I'm fine. Start hitting the box, wherever that boy may be.
Hey, he's back in the
The
dressing
box,
room.
oh, okay. I didn't even know it was in there. Just walked right past it.
Ooh. Couple
Like
of
I'm
extra
taking
points for you
the
there.
long route.
I keep
Get
trying to
outta
get
here,
the. I'm trying to get more points using the M14, but honestly, round 8, I don't know if that's a wise decision. So
You know, M14's still pretty solid. I mean, M14 is just superior, you know. We're not
It's true.
Olympia gang guys.
No,
sorry. If
not
you're an
at all.
Olympia gang member, you got a problem.
there's the door.
G11. Yeah, there's the door. Olympia gang. Oh my god.
You need to leave.
That woman, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I could just tell by the way she said that. It's like, this is a person I never want to associate with
Yeah,
ever.
this is true.
Like,
Facts.
this is the person that's gonna lecture me about 400 different things.
That's actually a great way of putting it.
But that is a funny clip. Wow, I got the crossbow.
Oh,
Let's
yo,
go.
this is
Upgrade
money
that,
moves.
get a little monkey bomb kind of action going.
Ooh.
Bro, Nikolai just said he killed 1 million zombies.
1 million zombies. Is that
A
so?
whole million of zombies.
That is
Pretty wild.
That is quite crazy.
What's Det gonna get from the box? He's gonna get
The best gun in the
dual
game.
CZs. Oh
There
my
it is.
God. I heard that. Actually, you may not want to be picking that up. I heard somebody told me something about like the CZs crashing the game.
Oh well, we'll get rid of that
So
right now
let's-
then.
Yeah, may not want to use that.
No.
Oh my God, these dogs be tanking the G11.
All I'm hoping for is no DNFs.
God, dogs are insane, bro, and this G11 is trash.
Did you have one too?
Yeah,
No way.
it's really not good against the dogs
No.
at all.
There have been better weapons. Many
Yes.
many better weapons.
Many, loads of better weapons. There you go.
Ooh, I have a
Crossbow
maximum ammunition.
You can get it whenever. All right, at this point, I'm not gonna be helping you out anymore. We are in competition mode.
Competition mode round 10. Double digits,
Like,
boys.
I feel like we got a little bit of a grace period, like I said originally,
Mm-hmm.
like for the first few rounds. But after that, like, gotta be competing.
I agree.
Yeah, I've got the FAMAS now, so my weapon selection is not great.
Ah,
Could be better. But that's the fun of using the box in the BO1, BO2 era.
true.
World at War even, although World at War has some pretty solid guns in the box. Like, you get a bunch of garbage guns, and whenever you finally get that good gun, it just feels so much better.
It feels so
BO3,
good. That's yeah.
BO3, the guns are just way too good. It doesn't matter what you get. I mean, literally, you can make it to around 100 with, like, an RK5 or a Shiva if you double tap.
Yeah, that's that's a really good point. Like BO1 definitely has the most satisfying box because it's hard to get something good, and then when you finally do, it's just so worth it.
I just love BO1. I'm gonna just keep saying that. I hope Gaming Rift watches my video or your video. I'm gonna just keep talking about how much I love BO1. BO1 is my second favorite zombies. It's fantastic. I love the way the box works in these old games. Fantastic. PhD is my favorite perk. Really freaking good.
It's absolutely incredible.
He hates PhD as well.
Oh no.
I mean, I kind of get the impression that maybe he just didn't like start with BO1. Like maybe he started with like BO2. I could be wrong, but I know he is like a little bit younger.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Most people did not start playing zombies at the beginning, and I can assure you that most 7-year-olds did not start playing zombies at the beginning.
No, that's
Because
right.
I started real early, both in age and in the game.
Yeah, hey, fair
So,
enough, you know. And as
that's
someone
fine,
who
you know.
started on Kino Der Toten, I certainly do have a lot of nostalgia for this map, but I can
enough.
confidently say that it is not
is-
the best zombies map of all time. That is just fact.
It's not the best zombies map of all time. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Kino Der Toten.
Yeah, that's the quote right there. That's what we should change it to.
Yeah, that's the update quote.
Yeah.
But seriously though, I mean, I get if you don't like BO1. Like if you, especially if you didn't play it in its prime and you go back, like I can understand if you don't like the game, but I don't know, as somebody who did play World at War and BO1 back in the day, who appreciates them, who remembers when they were like the only games at the time, like
Right.
I don't know, I'll always have a soft spot for them, and I still find them fun to this day. Like,
Oh, certainly.
I'll be honest, hot take, you know, freaking gonna get everybody on my back for this one. BO2, like, it's not even close to BO1 in terms of zombies, in my opinion.
It just isn't.
think-
It has some
I
of the
think
best maps of
Origins-
all time, but
True. Origins, Mob, Buried, obviously those are great. And even Town is a lot of fun, and I can find Transit, like, fun in a goofy way. I don't know, for me personally, like, I feel like BO2 just, you could tell that there were a lot of things they wanted to do at BO2 that got cut. I mean, there were multiple different modes in the game that were
That's right, yeah.
unfinished. There was gonna be even more modes than that that were supposed to actually come to the game, but never even got implemented. Like, there was, like, gonna be one that was a, can't remember what it was gonna be, but it was something like Grief, but, like, way better. There was gonna be this other mode too. I forgot the names of them, but there were gonna be a lot more things in BO2, and they just didn't happen. As well as Transit. Like Transit, obviously we all know is gonna be like way better, but it
Right.
did not. So I don't know. Between that as well as like just I don't like the mechanics as much, and I don't know, the crew as well. Like characters aren't a big deal for me, but obviously the BO1 crew is just infinitely superior to the characters in BO2.
oh, it absolutely is.
So, and also PhD, like I said, I do genuinely love PhD. So like it not being in BO2, getting freaking trolled by Treyarch every map except for, you know, Origins.
Yeah.
Which they put in the one map that really didn't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was also in Buried if you get the perma perk, but you know, it's not the same.
Lord, should I do it?
Uh-oh.
I did it.
I remember back in the day, BO1, I was all about zombies, but multiplayer took a complete back seat. Whereas like BO2, I did play a good amount of zombies for sure, but I remember the multiplayer was really the main appeal of BO2. Like BO2 multiplayer was fantastic.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know, anyways, enough
I
hot
feel like
takes.
I feel like a lot of just before we finish, I feel like a lot of nostalgia that also comes from Black Ops 2 is not 100% because of the zombies. Because you brought up the point that I was gonna make, which is that multiplayer seemed to have kind of been the focus of that game for most people, and zombies almost
Yep.
kind of took like a back seat. Like everybody was excited for Transit, and then Transit didn't really pan out the way that we thought or hoped it would.
Nah.
And then multiplayer ended up just being my personal favorite multiplayer of any Call of Duty. And so I think
Yeah.
a lot of nostalgia does come from that. And also a lot of people during Black Ops 1, I don't think a lot of people bought the DLC. And so people just kind of look at it,
Well,
say
I
Kino
mean-
Der Toten, and say, oh, that map's really
Kind
good.
of like going back to the conversation we had during the Derice match. Like I said, the majority of people don't buy DLC.
Yeah.
Like, we're in the minority for buying the DLC, and you can tell just going off of games where you could see the player count of every map in public match, like, the launch map always has, like, far and away the most players.
Oh, for sure.
You know, we're definitely in the minority for buying the DLC. The launch map is always going to be the most iconic, and obviously, like, Kino as a launch map is way better than Transit. But I'm done with my hot takes, but I'd like to hear some of yours. You got any hot takes for us? Any spicy takes that are going to get you in trouble with your community?
Rev is a top 5 map for me. Rev is phenomenal. And I haven't played it in a little while now. I will admit that also. I haven't played it in, you know, probably a few months.
Yep.
The last time I did, I still genuinely, confidently believe that it's one of my favorite maps. It's so good.
Yeah, I will say, last time we talked about Rev, like, I remember I was saying that, you know, I'm not crazy about it.
I
But
feel like
I did
most
go back
people
and play it.
Oh, yeah?
And, like, genuinely, it is a very good map because it's pretty much just, like, here's a bunch of really OP fun things and great areas. Like, it's definitely, like, a fan servicey, like, fun map.
For sure.
So, like, I definitely can't say the map is bad by any means, and it is a lot of fun. It's just, you know, a lot of people, including me at the time, had that, like, stigma of, like, being disappointed that that was what we got at the end of BO3.
Right. Yeah.
But you take that away and you just play it now, like, you know, years later, it is actually pretty fun. I even, like, I used to be very adamant that Zetsubo I preferred over Rev, and part of me still does prefer Zetsubo, but am I short that I did where I was ranking the BO3 maps? I had to put Rev over it. And
Really?
I got
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of I got a lot of heat for that one, putting Zet in last. You know, I said in my short that it's not, like, I still love the map, and I think, like, I'm more of a fan of the map than a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, like, I kind of just judged all of those maps based on, okay, if this was the only map I had to play for the rest of time, you know, where would they rank? And I think Zetsubo's atmosphere would start to get grating, whereas Rev, like, I feel like I could play that more. So that's kind of the main reason that I put Rev over Zet, because I feel like I could play that for longer and have more fun.
Yeah, that's a really
Zet.
good point. And I mean,
Plus Zet,
obviously I agree, but
or not Zet, but Rev has so many different locations, you know, so
yeah,
it doesn't really get old.
There's a lot to explore for sure.
I do love Zet. Okay, that, like,
Yeah. I don't think at
genuinely-
all
even
it
when
should
the
be
map
stated
came out,
that
I remember liking it.
I don't think at all it should be stated that Zet is a bad map, because honestly, it isn't. It's nowhere near a bad map. But I would say of the BO3 DLCs, Zet is probably my least favorite.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that, like, you know, because a lot of people, I swear to God, like, you'll make a short and you'll rank something, and they'll just, like, hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
And they'll just completely ignore, like, points that you made. And I think a lot of people watched that short, saw that I had Zet in last, and just thought that I didn't like it, even though I made it very clear that, like, look, BO3 does not have a bad map. It doesn't even have an average map. Like,
Yeah.
every map in the game is absolutely a top tier map. So, like, me putting Zet in last, like, I had to rank them somewhere, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Zet is still fantastic. Like, am I gonna put it over the other maps? Like, the only one that I could probably put it over, other than Rev, would be, like, the Giant. But even the Giant, it's like, dude, I had so much fun, like, leveling guns and getting camos, like, on the Giant. Like, it was so good for that.
100%.
So, even then, I have to put the Giant over Zet. It's more chill.
Well, it's crazy because I made a video where I ranked all 34 zombie maps, and I think, if I'm recalling,
You made a video ranking all of them?
yeah, I made a video ranking
Did you
all
do that?
34, and
I need to go watch that.
I believe it's been a while, and my ranking always changes, and I made that very clear in the video. I'm pretty sure I put the
Nothing's
Giant.
set in stone. Like, people
No,
don't
no.
understand that, like, rankings change often for basically anything.
Of course. Like, right now, my opinion is going to be completely different than it was 5 months ago, and far different than it will be in 3 years from now. Like, it happens, right? But I'm pretty sure I put the Giant in like 11th and Der Reese in like 10th. And I put them together because they're the same map. They're both basically
it's really
just
do you
so
prefer
good.
BO1 World at War, or do you prefer BO3? Which I will say, ranking Der Reese, I think of all the versions of Der Reese, like it's gotta be the hardest one to rank, like all the versions, because in my opinion, like each one of them has things about them that makes them better than the other. So,
Sure.
like BO3, like the Giant, you know, you have the additional Easter egg of being able to get like stamina up or Deadshot. You also have just the BO3 mechanics and the fact that you can level up and get attachments, so it's really good for that. But then like World at War, you have the PPSH, you have the flamethrower, you have just the fact that it's the original version, so it automatically feels more like natural, I guess. But then BO1, you have the fact that they fixed the Wonder Waff being broken.
Yeah, that's right.
And, you know, you have a lot of the BO1 guns, as well as the World at War guns, so it's got a really nice variety. So it's like, I really can't even pick, like, what the best version of Der Reese is, because all three of them are, like, great in their own ways.
They are, 100%. I've gotten the G11 3 times, and I don't
I'm
understand
ready to
how that's
tap whenever,
possible.
by the way. Want to rebuild a barrier and just kill that little guy?
You said you're ready to
Definitely
kill the
feel way
zombie,
more confident in
or-
BO1. Yeah, I'm ready to pap whenever.
Alright, cool. Let's go.
Should just called the teleporter or whatever, just left you.
What are you putting in there? The
Was
MP40?
it?
Ooh,
No, the RPK.
RPK is one of my favorite guns in this game. I know a lot of people dislike it because the ammo situation, I think it doesn't have like a lot of ammo, and you burn through it pretty quickly, but I think the damage is really high,
I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like most people think the RPK is the best gun in BO1. Like, I don't know of a lot of people who don't like the RPK. Like,
I remember having a conversation
usually
with my
have
buddy,
to-
and he can't stand it.
I usually have to defend my love of the HK over the RPK, because I feel like most people think the RPK is better, which, like, that's fair, but I don't know, I just like the HK.
That's fair. I have the HK packed, personally.
HK just, it's a beefy boy. Like, it
Yeah.
feels like a dang juggernaut, even though the RPK is probably better.
Something about personal satisfaction. I shouldn't say that.
That's what she said.
Wait a minute, let's not talk about what you do for personal satisfaction.
Yeah, so that
what was
video
that
I
you
made
said?
that one time, and then...
What was that you said in Shino Numa about, like, you said something, I don't remember what it was, but it was something kind of sus, like about a zombie or something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't remember exactly what it was. God, I wish I remembered. I watched the video like 2 days ago. But I just remember you said it, and it was like, I said something like, that's probably not the only other thing you've had near your mouth, or something like that.
Oh, that's right.
Please, this ain't your hardest, is it? Wait, hold up, pause.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm sure this is the part of the video where you cue a flashback.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
I'm sure this is the part of the video where you cue a flashback.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Because I don't remember what you said exactly, but it's probably sus.
It's about to be flashbackception. I can already tell in my edit.
Yeah, flashbackception. Let's just do flashbacks of flashbacks within flashbacks.
Yeah. DiCaprio will be like, we're in Inception. That was my Nick Cage impression. I don't know why it was.
We're about to Inception all over the place.
Oh, pause.
SOS, locate DJ L.
That's what he says?
Damn it.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right. Double tap, 10 cents. I wish. Inflation's crazy.
Inflation do be hitting. Pretty hard.
I bought the door to above the alley, thinking the box was there, and it's not.
That's in the stage.
Yeah, I ran by it too. I'm trying to think. There's not really anything on this map I want to have as my 4th perk.
No. Well, Mule Kick, I guess.
I guess.
Actually, that's another. You want to talk about a hot take? Hot take. I don't understand like the pure hatred for Mule Kick. Like, yes, I get it. It's annoying if you lose your 3rd gun, but like without Mule Kick, you wouldn't have a 3rd gun to begin with.
That's right.
So it's like it's kind of a weird argument, you know? Like, yeah, I wish there was a way for you to keep it as well, but I mean, you're still getting a 3rd gun, which is better than 2. Obviously, I wouldn't pick Mule Kick over like, you know, the classic perks, but like if you have, you know, the option for it, then
For sure. I would agree.
I just see a lot of people like really dogging on Mule Kick. Like even in my short where I was ranking like the top 5 worst perks, which look, when you give an opinion on anything on the internet, it doesn't matter how right you are. There's always gonna be somebody who is like, well, actually, like I swear to God, I've never seen so many Deadshot Daiquiri, Who's Who, and Tombstone lovers in my life. Like, I got more flack for putting those perks in my top 5 worst than I did Quick Revive. And keep in mind, I put Quick Revive in there as the World at War version.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was
about to question you on that, and I was like,
yeah,
that's, you know...
I was expecting to get hate for that because, you know, people don't freaking pay attention, so, like, they probably would have just thought that I put, like, the BO1 version.
Right.
And then they'd be like, what? It allows you to come back on solo. How's it bad? Like, I'm surprised I didn't get that comment because freaking nobody, like, listens to anything I have to say.
That's right.
Which is fair. You know, it's probably a good idea. But, still, like...
Ooh, the China Lake.
I've never seen so much love for such bad perks, bro.
That's crazy. There's a lot of opinions on the internet, that's for sure.
But yeah, it is what it is. I didn't put Mule Kick in the top 5 words, and a lot of people were, like, in my comments, like, questioning why I didn't put Mule Kick.
Interesting.
Like, Mule Kick probably would have been 6th or 7th, but, like, you know, I'm not putting it in the bottom 5.
No.
Too many heavy hitters down there, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, like, I mean, when you really talk about it and put it into perspective, Mule Kick in Cold War is the best version of the perk that's ever existed, because with
Mule
the upgrades...
Kick in Cold War is, like, broken. But then again, that's every perk in Cold War.
Yeah, true.
But you have infinite ammo with a wonder weapon.
Yeah. That's right.
Like, Cold War is so stupid, bro.
Cold War is... I don't think they really took into consideration how some of these upgrades would actually work, but it's also just like Gobblegums for Black Ops 3. Like, people use Gobblegums to absolutely break the game. Blundell didn't intend that, but it's just kind of the way it happened.
To be fair,
you know?
like, at least with Gobblegums, you have the option not to use the OP Megas, but, like, in Cold War, the only way you get around using those overpowered perks is if you just never buy the upgrades.
True.
But, like, once you buy the upgrades, like, there's no going back. You can't get rid of them.
That's right.
So, I love Cold War, don't get me wrong, but, like, bro, between the fact that you can buy every perk at once and how broken they are,
yeah.
Like, when they made the update with Firebase C, it's either Firebase C or Outbreak, one of those. I think it may have been Outbreak, actually. But the update where, like, they added the 2 additional tiers to every perk.
Yeah.
When I got Stamina for the first time at tier 5 and, like, literally turned into the Flash, I was like, what are we doing? Like,
That's
you
right.
pop that and a freaking, what was it called? Ethereal Shroud or something like that?
Yeah, that's right.
You pop those 2 together and, bro, you were gone. Like,
yeah,
you were
right.
literally like my dad after he went to the store to get milk. Like, you were, hey, Cold War, you know, it's fun with all those OP perks.
For sure. I know a lot of people were talking about, like, zombies is fun because you're OP. And you know what? I agree. I don't know. Some things need to be patched because they're broken and they're working the way that they are not intended to work, and people are just practically using it to cheat. And so I get why patches happen. But I also wish that some things would just kind of stay broken. For example, Slick with Fire and Die Rise. It's the only fun, good part of that map. And they patched it to make it less powerful. It's still really good.
And hot take,
but
I don't think the Slick with Fire is that fun. I don't really like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Slipping and sliding into the zombies is super frustrating.
That is
I will
fun,
admit that.
Actually,
but
I'll admit that slipping around and sliding is fun. But I mean, obviously it's not if you fall into an elevator shaft and die. But
yeah.
You know, like, but I do find, like, you know, just watching the zombies slip around and all that, it's fun. But, like, I don't like wonder weapons that don't kill on impact.
That's fair.
And the Slick with Fire cannot get you out of a corner.
That's right. That's a good point. It's
So,
basically a high round gun because it's
yeah,
infinite
I'm not saying
damage,
it's bad.
isn't it?
It's obviously good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's infinite, but I think it goes to like 105.
Oh, there it is. I can't believe that just happened. We didn't even make it around 20. We almost made the
Oh.
prediction. It didn't
Alright,
quite
zombies
happen, though.
take me. Bro, I just one-shot myself with the ray gun. Hello?
Oh,
This is World at War?
brutal.
So F in the chat to Kino. It is
F's
what
in
it
the
is.
chat.